Hello everyone, I'm Diane, welcome to my channel Beyond the Sewing Room. So today I thought I'd do a little refashion with you. I've just recently picked up a blouse from the charity shop. I bought it because I like the fabric, but I think the style is a bit too plain. You might think it's fine as it is, and it probably is for some of you, but I really wanted to buy it purely for the fabric and to make it my own. So it's got the key details of pockets at the front and the buttons and everything. It has got a traditional collar with stand and cuffs and long sleeves. I'll show it you, and I've also popped it on so that you can see what it looks like. But I just wanted to make it a little bit more up to date, or just a little bit more me. Anyway, so it was only £4 and I didn't think that was bad. It feels nice quality fabric. I like the print, and it would have cost me more than that for the fabric and buttons to start from scratch. So I thought I'd go through the process with you, show you what I intend to do with it, just a few changes that I want to make it my own, and it might give you some inspiration for something that you'd like to do yourself. So I'll show you on the mannequin, and I'll also show you with an image inserted of what it looks like now, so that you can then see what it looks like at the end as well. I did think about changing the bottom as well, but now I'm thinking I can just tie that, and then if I decide at another time I want to tuck it in, I have the option. So I thought about changing the bottom and adding sort of proper ties to it, but if I do that I can only wear it that way, so I think I'll leave the bottom as it is. So here it is on the mannequin. As you can see, it's just a traditional blouse with button placket down the front. It's got pockets on both sides. You have a collar and stand, and what I'm thinking of doing is taking this off, just leaving the stand, and perhaps adding a little ruffle there if I have enough fabric. So the first change I need to make is take off the sleeves. So I need to unpick them around the armhole. I've tried it on so I can see that the shoulder, it sits properly where it should at the moment. Don't really need to take any out there, but if I did want to just cut it out, I could allow for sort of ½ centimetre or even a centimetre, and it would still be fine where it's sitting at the shoulder on me. It does drop a little off the shoulder, but only a fraction, and it is quite floaty material, so that's fine. But if I wanted to just cut it out and then just do a fine seam, that would also work. Do bear this in mind if you're taking sleeves out. You will probably need to unpick them if you bought something your size. If you've bought it in a larger size to refashion, you can probably just trim it out and then adjust the shoulder points. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Then I'm going to do the underarm seam, open it up on the sleeve and add in the piece that I cut off. So I'll show you that on the bench. I also need to unpick the collar on it because I don't want that bit of the collar on, but I do want to keep the stand, so I'm going to have to be really careful undoing that. Right, here are my sleeves, look, unpicked. I've placed them one on top of the other, and when I had it on, I placed a pin just here, and this is roughly above the shoulder point where I want it to come to. So that's where I want to cut that part of the sleeve, and then I will have a little bit extra here if I unpick the sleeve seam to add in underneath, just to give me a bit of fullness, so I can add a few gathers at the shoulder just to make it look a little bit more full. So that is my point there, and I've got them one on top of the other, make sure that they're even, and I'm going to just cut straight across just to make my new line just there. Then I'm going to cut the cuff off the bottom part of each so that I've got this bit of fabric to play with. Save your buttons because they always come in handy. I'm going to open up the seam here, open up the seam here, and add in this. So we'll have two seams, but once you've ironed it, you won't really see it. So I've pinned the bottom piece that I've chopped off on the sides, either side like this, so we'll have two seams. I've also kept this little vent because I thought that's just like a nice little feature we could have on the underarm. But if you're doing this, you need to make sure that that's on the opposite one when you come to the sleeve. I've looked at these sleeves and they are very similar, so they're pretty much same front and back. Usually a sleeve has more of a curve at the back to allow for your shoulder. This one doesn't really, it's the same on both sides. But if you're adding in this, keeping in the vent part, you do need to make sure that that's on the opposite one on the other side so that it's in the same place. So we're going to sew down these sleeves. I've also let it overhang a bit here so that we can reshape that in at the sides. Stitch it, and then I will overlock, or you can edge finish it with a zigzag finish if you're doing a new seam. So alternatively, you could do a French seam, but it's just easier and quicker to just do a zigzag finish, and it'll be lighter, especially on this lightweight fabric. I'm only doing a tiny seam because we're trying to save as much of the fabric as we can. So I'm doing about 5mm. Now I'm going to use the cuff to make the strip for the bottom. So I'm just taking the ends off, saving the buttons. I'm going to cut this bottom part because I want to make a strip. I'm going to have to add a join into it, but this is to make a band around the bottom of the arm, or around the elbow rather. Take that bit away. I'm using this piece. You can iron it out flat if you wish. First of all, this is the bit that was on the cuff. I'm going to trim this in half lengthways and then add in a join. That will make me a nice long strip, which I can then measure around my arm just above the elbow, just to see how long that needs to be. So you'll need to measure it around your arm yourself just to see how much you need. But as we're adding two strips together with a seam, you'll have plenty, whatever size you are. So add it with a small seam in the centre like this, and then try it around your arm. So you want enough for a seam allowance, and also that you can move your arm about. You don't want it too snug because that can be annoying, especially when you flex your arm. So you want it loose enough that you can move and flex your arm, but not too loose that it looks too big, if you get what I mean. So once you've stitched in a seam there, iron that flat, and then we'll be stitching in another seam at this side, which again we can iron in flat in a moment. Now you're going to lay your sleeve out like this, and you have your two seams here, look. Find the halfway point at the top of the sleeve and make a little notch or mark with chalk. And do the same at the bottom here, so that you have the halfway point there. And we're going to do a line of gathering stitches, or two. I often do two because it just makes it gather easier around the bottom. I've also brought my vent together and just stitched them together, so we've just got that little opening there still. And I'm also going to do two lines of gathering stitches at the top here, just part of the way down the curve, just to bring that in a little bit at the shoulder. Going to do that on both sleeves. Just make myself a mark each side where I'm going to gather to. So we want it quite concentrated at the top, the gathers. Do this on a long straight stitch. So here are my strips. I've joined both seams, and I've also folded it in half, look, so that it looks like this. And with a tiny 1/2 centimetre, so 5mm seam, we're going to join one side of that to the bottom of the sleeve. Then once we've done that, we'll flip it to the inside and sew the other part. Now, what you need to do first of all is pull on your gathering stitches so that it comes to this measurement here. So here's our strip. Here is the bottom of your sleeve. You pull on these stitches, do this evenly from both sides. We'll bring that in to meet the measurement of the band. Stitch it around the bottom of your sleeve, trim away like this. And I've done it in such a way that I want it to fold to the outside so that I can see exactly where I'm stitching when I fold it over like this. So look, I've stitched it on the inside and it will flip to the outside. We'll have another little fold and that will conceal the seam there and the gathers. So you might want to just trim this seam a little more just to reduce some of the bulk. So turn the band out to the outside, just turn under a few millimetres like this, and catch in those gathers and that outer seam as you go around. And it will look like this then at the bottom. Repeat on the other side. So before I do the other one, I've just tested it by popping it on the mannequin. So that's the effect I was going for with this ruffle at the top of the sleeve. So the collar, I've decided I am leaving it on, but what I'm doing is I'm doing some stitches here and here so that it sits open in more of a V when the top button is open. So if you can look, I've just pleated it back a little just here. I'm going to do some top stitching just here and also on this side, and that's causing the collar to fall open like this, because I never do the top buttons up anyway, and it just gives it a nicer finish here at the neck rather than take this off, because it's looking so much better now that I've altered the sleeves. Now when I stitched in my sleeve, I concentrated most of the gathers at the top. So let me show you. Here, look. Mostly at the shoulder, just there. But if you want that to stand up even further, take some of your remnant pieces that you cut away from your cuffs earlier, edge finish them, and you can stitch these to the seam on the inside, just to where the gathers are, just here with a few hand stitches, and that will help that stick up a little further if that's the effect you're going for. So we're just stitching a little pad basically on the inside, the shoulder seam at the top, just to help those ruffles to stand up. So here it is finished. So you've got a bit of fullness there in the sleeve. It's quite full underneath going to that band, but you've still got room to move your arms. Tied it at the front, but I can still tuck it in if I need. So I've kept the bottom of the blouse, but I've just tied it. And here it sits more open because I've made that V, sort of a pleat on each side there, so that just sits a little bit better. So please let me know in the comments what you think, and if you're planning on having a go at something like this yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to be back soon with more sewing inspiration for you. Bye for now.